Hello. If you recall, I mentioned yesterday that my husband and I argued a lot in the early days. We still argue every now and then, oh, truth be told, just that we learn to handle conflict better and faster. Every marriage will have disagreements. How you handle such matters can make all the difference in your union. I'm sure you're aware that the major reason cited for divorce is irreconcilable differences. Funny that it's the same differences that aided the attraction in the early days, right? Let me share some practical tips for resolving conflicts constructively. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship. Differences in opinions, desires, and perspectives are inevitable when two individuals share their lives so closely. So you shouldn't be afraid of disagreements. I am an extroverted introvert, while husband is an introvert. The clashing of our personalities and temperaments caused a few sparks to fly, even though we are spirit filled. When a disagreement arises, you need to take the time to truly listen to your partner's viewpoint. I remember being frustrated because I felt my husband wasn't hearing me. He, of course, was quite taciturn, which heightened my frustration. I learned, however, to listen and pick up on his nonverbal cues. He learned to talk. I remember teaching him how to gist and to stop rushing me, to summarize juicy gist. Try to understand your spouse's feelings and concerns. This is your sweetie pie, right? They will not intentionally want to make your life miserable. Focus on the issue at hand while resolving conflict. Avoid using accusatory language or bringing up past grievances that are unrelated to the current conflict. You are not the accuser of the brethren. Rather than attacking your partner personally, use I statements to express your feelings and your needs. For instance, you could say, I feel upset when you do stuff, when you do so and so, rather than saying, you always do so and so. This approach helps to communicate your perspective without putting your partner on the defensive. Please choose an appropriate time to discuss the issues when both of you are calm and not distracted. Don't be waking somebody's child up in the middle of the night to resolve issues. Don't try to resolve a conflict in the heat of the moment or when either party is stressed. It can only make matters worse. And do take a break if the discussion becomes too heated, and then revisit the conversation when both of you can approach it more rationally. You see, compromise plays a huge role in maintaining harmony. It's more important to do right by your spouse and for your marriage than for you to be right, okay? Compromise means finding a middle ground where both partners can feel satisfied with the outcome. Marriage is give and take. You need to be willing to give a little and take a little. You must be willing to meet each other halfway. Do not sacrifice your marriage on the altar of winning arguments. You and your spouse are on the same side. You are a team working together to overcome challenges, and overcome you will. Be intentional about building a marriage that not only survives or thrives through the ups and downs of life. On the issue of adultery, thank God I haven't had to deal with that. Okay? And I believe that is because of the fear of God. Remember, we talked about shared values in the first video that I made. It's about the fear of God. The fear of God that we have is a shared value, and we do not want to do anything that will dishonor God or that will offend God. Okay? When you have conflicts, when you have issues that you think that you are not able to handle by yourselves, please, by all means, enlist the help of a licensed counselor or a licensed marriage therapist, preferably a Christian marriage therapist, okay? Or your pastors if they have training in that regard. Please refrain from bringing your family members into the issue. Refrain from bringing them into the fray because you do not want them to be taking sides and you do not want to cloud their minds or muddy their opinions of your spouse, okay, when the issue blows over. I do hope that you will gain the wisdom that is required to deal with conflicts when we come across them in our marriages. The Lord God bless you. I'm Araba Akoni, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.